Go here, you can decide if you want to stab him back or break the elbow. Now look, will I get cut? Number one. So stab him.
And it might be worth adding in here about
See here in this scenario here, there are several ways that you can. There are actually 12 ways to strip this scenario here.
So by stripping you mean you're referring to disarming, yeah?
Yeah, to disarming. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And this is number 6. And the other one would be the straight grip. See, we have pakal, which is reverse grip, and then the straight grip. Okay? Well, basically what we're trying to show you here is that it should be easier if you've been training to disarm a knife if it's already near you, as opposed to when you have space between you, which is where ARNES DIABLO comes in, because this is the specialization. We specialize in neutralizing a crazy knife-wielding attacker.
And
okay?
It's worth noting that we predominantly focus on stabs rather than slashes, correct?
Yes. Although we can defend against slashes. So if you slash, usually if he slashes are, most of the time is not that critical. You will die from slashes, but it may take some time as opposed to being stabbed in the heart directly, which would probably be instant, right? But with slashes, even if you get cut here, as long as it doesn't get to the arteries, you may survive.
Outside of the limb.
Outside of the limb,
interior
right?
of the limbs, yeah.
So if he does a slash, normally if he does a slash, the next thing, you already know where the position of the hand is. The concept is, there's just 3 stages here. Even in law enforcement, those who specialize in knife defense, there's the space, right? The first stage is to try to parry or block the knife attack. Once you get to that stage, you try to close in. So once you're close, you try to take down, okay? In any of those stages, you can decide there and then if you want to run, okay? Don't worry, ladies can also do this. This is not just for military or police enforcement, for law enforcement, but ladies can also do Baraw Sugbo, ARNES DIABLO. In ARNES DIABLO, when we do this, we have this routine. We have 12 attacks. So I am the attacker. He is the receiver. So if I am going to feed him some attacks, he's going to apply appropriate defenses. So for example, these are just the 12 attacks. We start off with pakal. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we change to straight grip, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we change to reverse again. This is 9, this is 10. And then 2 center lines, which is 11, and then this is 12. So we're just going to show you an exchange of attack and disarm. So for example, I'll do number 1. If you look at it, we're doing this motion here because catching the knife is very, very difficult. There's one way of catching it. So for example, slow-mo, here, number 9. You can try to parry like this, but it's very difficult to catch, right? So what we're doing here is opposing the force. This and this. He can decide when he wants to perform the disarm. For example, 5, 6, there.
And it might be worth adding in here, Paul, about additional strikes, the headbutt, for example.
Yes, exactly. So, anyway, we've just shown you the very basics, okay? But the principle here, we just want you to understand what our system, the attributes of our system has. For example, if I stab him here, he's going to do an appropriate defense against this particular knife attack, right? So he can go for the disarm. Okay. But me as the attacker, even you as the attacker, most likely will sense that it's going to do something, right? And so you're going to try to struggle, and you're going to do some counter. Look at your other hand. Of course, you can do a counter. And if that is the case, for example, pakad. Oh no. So if he does this and he counters, push. I also have a counter. So that's why Baraw Sugbo or ARNES DIABLO, we have counter for counter. So here we have this thing called palakaw. Palakaw is like, if I stab him, of course he's going to do the disarming, right? But I can do a counter. And then I'm going to do the counter again here. And then I'm going to do another stab. So for example, if we do it a little bit faster, so 1, 2. So he can disarm here, number 2. So again, 2. Okay. We cannot. Here's another drill. 1, 2, 1. This is the pattern. And then he can do the counter there. So as you can see, the intensity is getting higher. So let's say this first we're just going to do it very slowly so you can do the body mechanics. So number 1. And this is number 2. And then this is 1 and 2. See, very slow. And then we can proceed to what we call palakaw, which is, if I go here, I can try to stab him here. For example, 1, 3. Hold on. Here, he can change here, right? Change here. And then I can grab the knife here. Let me just show you a flow here. 1, 3. He's going to get for the knife. I'm going to do another counter there, and I'm going to get the knife. Okay, we're going to do this again. 1. So if he's successful here, then it's okay. If he's not successful here, he might be successful here. If I can counter here, he can still try to get it again. Right? We're just going to show you this. This is called palakaw. I go here, he goes inside. I go here, I go here, and then he can get it. So this movement is going down, then he can do that and strip the knife. So there are systems who's doing that. When he does this, I can go here, at the same time breaking the elbow, and maybe I can do a headbutt. So we're not just concentrating on disarming, we also add headbutts, elbows, and even stripping, sweeping, takedowns. Basically, it looks like a very complicated system, but I think, in my opinion, just a few days of doing this will increase your chance of surviving a knife attack. Let me just give you an example, because I have this student who practiced with me for like just 2 days. So I told him this is a high percentage technique. Look at this technique is high percentage technique. When you get a chance to grab it like this, you can easily grab the knife. Look at the edge here. It's okay if you do that, right? You see this? As opposed to this one, right? Makakat ka dito. Okay, marunong pala akong Tagalog. Okay, here, right? But this guy, because he went to the province and he was collecting debt.
Nice job.
Yes. And the guy doesn't want to pay up. So he goes inside the house and got a kitchen knife, right? And so this guy was just holding the knife like that. And with every student that I teach, if you see the knife and you can grab it, go and grab it and try to do a disarm. But the problem is his knife stripping was wrong. He stripped it like, instead of stripping like this, he stripped it like this, oh, this one, like this. See? So he got cut here, and he was bleeding all over. But he managed to remove the knife, and he survived. Okay? And the guy, he ran away.
But did he get the money back? That's the most
Of course.
important question, yeah?
Of course he didn't. If this is somewhere here, it's difficult to defend against. But if you can consider this elbow, it's all about leverage. Even if your height is very small, most likely he will go down and put it near your throat, right? Okay. So if this is more about leverage, there's no strength. Yeah, a little bit of strength, but most of the time it's all about leverage. You can do something like this. Your body weight will be, you can actually go down, all right, and break his elbow in the process. But breaking the elbow in the process takes some training. Okay, it doesn't mean it's impossible in your case, but understanding leverage, how to grab the hand, is very important if you want to get out of this situation. I've seen people where there's a hostage situation, for example, especially in the barangay. When they're doing this, they have this pole. I think they're using a pole so they can insert it somewhere here because they are too scared to get the knife from the guy. Like if I'm the negotiator, I would probably just get this and just take it. But not a lot of people are trained to do this, right? So they are very, very scared because the life of the hostage is in peril. Wrong move will. But if, of course, and if I know what I'm doing, I can easily just do this. It's not that easy. It's not quite simple, but with training, because we have this training where, okay, on it, this is the knife. Grab it. No, grab it like this. Are you ready? Okay, go. Okay.
Okay, I think it's worth pointing out here, obviously we're playing around today. This is play to some degree this is not a real knife. Yeah? At the higher levels, we will be playing with a real knife, okay? At some point. Now, so because obviously things that people can do in an environment such as this, under stress,